You are listening to Worship Radio International, the world's #1 online Christian radio station. Check out our website at www.worshipradio.faith or follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Worship Radio INT. This is the future.
And good afternoon. Welcome to Let's Fix It with Shanada. Sit back, relax, and take some copious notes as we provide you with some awesome solutions to your financial matters. Invite your friends and family to join us. And if you're watching us live via Facebook, share. Please like, tag, and share. I am Shanada Harris, your financial specialist, offering solutions to your financial matters. Today's show is dedicated to all the men and women who have served our country as a veteran. So thank you for your service. And I have a special thank you for a special veteran in my life, to my father, who served in the Navy. So I'm super excited about that. So I want to say thanks, Dad, for your service. I appreciate it. I have a special offer for all the veterans, too, for the entire month of November. Get excited. To everyone who went out and voted yesterday,
yes,
I say kudos to you. Your vote is your voice. It is the foundation for what this country was built on. So we are getting ready to go into a very important year as we go into 2020 to elect a president for our United States. So please stay tuned. And if you're not registered, get registered. We need to make sure that we show up and show out at the polls this time.
2020.
2020 is just going to be an explosive year, really and for truly. And besides, we've had too many people that died for our rights. Absolutely. For us to have that voice to vote. So we want to make sure that we are out in numbers. Just like y'all run into Popeye's chicken. I need y'all to be ready to run to the polls in 2020, for real though.
Yes.
Now, big congratulations to my brother, Rory Gamble, our new acting UAW president. I am super proud and can't wait to see you as you are making history, becoming the first African American to serve as the UAW president. So we both stand proud as UAW members.
Yes.
As I have a special guest on my platform today. So we both stand union strong and just can't wait to see the new exciting things that you have in store for the union. So let me say this. This has been a whirlwind week for me. How many of you have seen my awesome billboard this week? I am so excited that I went out last week after the show, stood out in the cold rain to take pictures in front of my billboard on Telegraph in Redford, Michigan. So you guys, I've been in Redford, Michigan and in California off the 405. Can you say
superstar?
I'm so excited. So, yeah, you heard me. I said California. Yes, she was in California. So, big shout out to Prophet Blaine Irvin and his creative mind. And just thank you so much for you and your wife, Ade, for pushing me beyond my wildest dreams. And I'm just excited for the different things that has been placed before me. And I'm truly grateful for you both being placed in my life. So thank you so much, and I love you both. Today, I have the honor and pleasure to bring to you a live testimony about our services. I have a phenomenal woman who has used our service. Her name is Rochelle Lewis. We are co-workers. She's a single mom of 2 teenagers in high school. And she and I... like I said, we work together, and she loves the ballroom. She's an active UAW member. a proud member of Citadel of Praise Church.
Proud.
So I just welcome you to Let's Fix It. Thank you
you.
for agreeing to come on and sit down and have this moment with me. I feel like Wendy Williams. Like I need, how you doing?
How you doing?
But I'm super excited to have you on the show. So welcome. So let's have this conversation about how you came to our services and the moment that you decided that you needed our services and to become a homeowner. Can you expound on that?
Well, I had recently divorced, and going through that process, my credit was, for lack of a better word, cheddar cheese. And so, I was robbing Peter to pay Paul and Paul to pay Mary. And I had the opportunity to work with my family. And we discussed what it is that I wanted to do because at that time I didn't have anything else. I didn't have a home, I didn't have anything. And so I was blessed to have an opportunity to stay with my mother and my aunt. And they allowed me to stay with them in order to start saving because they knew that my long-term goal was to get back on my feet and regain my independence. But the first part of that was to find out where I was financially.
Okay.
And going through that process, I learned my credit again was cheddar cheese. My credit score was unmentionable, and but I needed to find a way to improve that in order to be able to provide for my family and get that home that I wanted.
Okay, so you said your credit score was cheddar cheese. So
Amen.
obviously cheddar cheese is under a 700.
Under.
And that meant she couldn't do too much in terms of finding a home and qualifying for good interest rates. So
Correct.
you found our company and decided, okay, I need to get this together.
Absolutely.
So you started your program in October of 2017.
2017, I was informed of the program by a friend, and I contacted the office, and they took me through the process. We looked at my credit. I got an education on it because I really didn't know who I owed, how much I owed.
Can I stop you right there?
Right.
Okay, she said she got education on it.
Yeah.
This is the thing that we've been talking about is educating people on financial literacy. The thing that we were not taught in school.
No.
So go ahead.
Yeah. So I took the first step, of course, pulling my credit report, and again, finding out who I owed, how much I owed, and what that process was. And so I started there, contacting all of my lenders and trying to figure that out. And so the program helped me with that. So we worked on improving that score and getting that under control.
So as you saw your score begin to increase, items started to fall off. So you probably had what type of items, if I may ask?
Well, I had some medical bills. I had student loans. I had...
She has student loans and medical bills.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we've talked about the different things that we can take off with your credit, derogatory items that we can take off. So she said medical bills, student loans. Anything else?
Just small things here and there, but it was still bills that I had forgot about. I mean, it had been some years, but they were still lingering on my credit report, negatively impacting me. So we just took the methodical process of going through and getting those things addressed and taken care of. And so slowly but surely, my credit score improved to the point that I was able to qualify for a loan.
And how long did it take you to go from October to when did you start the pre-approval process?
It took about 4 to 6 months for me because I had a lot of things
Okay.
on my credit report. So it took me about 4 to 6 months to sort of get everything together. But again, I had a lot of derogatory things
So,
on my report.
but the first month, did you see some results?
Oh, absolutely,
So within
absolutely,
the first 30 days, you were able to see some results. There were some things that were being removed in your first round of letters that went out.
absolutely.
Okay,
And
cool.
and I think that's the part that people also need to know, that everything takes time. Is, of course, I was excited the first 30 days because
Right.
things were falling off. But to get the score that I wanted and the score that I needed, I had to be diligent and patient.
Okay. And I think we've talked about this too, that it takes us some time to rack up the debt and to go into collections. So therefore there's a process
Yeah,
that takes some time to get us out of those things that we got ourselves into. And the thing is that you weren't alone in terms of this process, because there's over 65 million people in America that are sitting here with less than perfect credit, trying to figure out what do they need to do, not realizing that help
it's
is
available.
is available to you if you reach out to someone.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, we all sort of had that microwave mentality. We want it fixed real quick. We want it done real quick. But it was a process.
But the process is not microwavable at
No.
all. You just can't press a button in 2 seconds it's ready.
Nope, it wasn't.
So, 4 to 6 months is about the time that I normally tell the average
Oh,
customer
okay.
it takes to kind of get you through that process. One, because your first round of letters, they legally by law they have 45 days to answer.
Absolutely. It takes a
So
minute.
you have to do your due diligence with the process itself. So after you got the pre-approval, you went and you found a realtor.
Well, um, I was talking with different people, and I met a gentleman, and we went through the process, and we were looking at houses, and we were making bids, and the long and the short of it is he was not who and what he said he was. And so, but things happen for a purpose and a reason, because
Amen.
he uh, was heavy in the real estate fraud. And while I was looking and waiting and had my hopes and dreams on a house that we had bid on, um, it wasn't, it ended up not being the home that was really meant for me. And had I stayed in that dream where I was with him, I wouldn't have the home that I have today. So he is serving his time, but I was able to find a legitimate real estate agent who was Nancy Drew. She was diligent. She was crossing all T's, dotting all I's. She had a little handy flashlight, and we went out and found my dream home.
Awesome. So, folks, if you are looking for a realtor, that means you kind of have to shop around
Do your homework.
and do your homework. But truthfully, if you're working with me, I have a conglomerate of realtors in my Rolodex, if you will. And yes, I said Rolodex, but
You-
that's dating myself. But
yes, you did.
bring us up to year 2019. But I have a list of people that are reputable in the real estate business that can assist you and get you into your home once you've gotten your pre-approval.
Yes.
So we definitely will refer you to someone that will be able to assist you properly.
Incredible.
So that is
Incredible.
totally a key. And like I told you guys before, her story is relevant because a lot of people really don't try to seek out assistance, and you think that you are alone. And this process can change your life
Absolutely.
if you allow it to. So, fast forward, Miss Nancy got you and found you the dream home.
Yes.
And then you guys started prepping, you and your children ready to get moved in.
Well, like I said, going through the divorce, we literally started all the way over. Um, we didn't have forks and towels and soap dishes. I mean, we had to get everything. Like right now, I'm looking for a Christmas tree for our new home. We had to basically start from ground zero.
You know, the home store in Dearborn is going out of
Let's not
business.
talk about it
Oh.
because it's addictive.
I was just trying to help you out because you know I like a sale.
Listen, honey, I know I have all my gift cards, girl. I'm ready. But I mean, literally, the only thing that I kept thinking about through the whole process, it was a new home, new everything. So at first I was upset and disappointed and stressed out because it's stressful. You know, I'm trying to financially provide for everything and still take care of two teenage children who want and need everything.
Right.
But just head down, press forward, and we got it. So we have all new everything.
That's so
It's
awesome.
beautiful.
So now that you guys moved into your home around your birthday,
Birthday, that was my
so
gift.
that was like your gift to yourself. You and your family were able to have that moment of peace of yes, now we have our own space. What does coming out of having a situation of being with
Staying with my mother.
with staying someplace with family to get on your feet, getting your credit in order. What does that feel like? And what would you say to that person who's on the edge of making the decision?
You know, for me, it took a moment for me to just sit and be appreciative. And the biggest gift of it all was the fact that my children were appreciative. I had them go with me along the whole process. So, like I said, it was an education for me, but I wanted to break the cycle and have it be an education for them. I didn't want them to think that, well, mama said we were going to get a new house. And so, boom, we have a new house.
Right.
So they watched me as I worked on my credit. They watched me as I said, we can't go to X, Y, and Z, or we can't buy this and that because we're saving money to buy a house. I had them go with me through the process of looking for a house. I had them go with me when I signed the papers because I wanted them to understand.
I remember the picture.
Right. I had them go with me. I made a contract for them to sign at the closing because I want them to understand that it's not a magic wand that how these things happen. But the biggest gift for me was when my son sent me a message and told me how much he appreciated me and how he had watched me sacrifice and how he watched me because I was traveling all the time. I was doing me. But I wasn't traveling. I wasn't doing a whole bunch of things because I had to focus on getting myself together, getting my money together.
I remember you telling me a few times, "Gee, I wish I could go. I wish I could go."
Oh, because I'm a
But
goer.
you were diligent in
I had to be.
staying faithful to what you had set out to do in terms of setting your goals and being accountable.
Absolutely.
That's the thing, is that we as adults, especially when we have children that are watching,
And they're
we
watching.
have to be accountable for our actions just the same. And then I love the fact that you took them on the journey with you. They signed a contract
Yes,
along
they
with
did.
you, and they learned about the credit process.
Yes, they did.
So this is some of the stuff that we teach back in the community. We give back to our community with our financial literacy program, teaching children ages 8 to 18 about financial literacy so that we are trying to break that cycle. And that is so important. So I have to say kudos to you for even thinking that far in advance of including your kids in this process so deep
Yeah.
that they understand the process of how credit works. That is totally a testament.
Well, they needed to understand that when mama said you can't have that nice new shiny toy, or we can't have the Jordans this week, or the brand new iPhone this time, but you get to have this that says it's yours, and it's yours beyond a season, it's yours beyond that moment or that fashion trend, and this is what you get when you save. So they are
You're teaching them how to
Appreciate.
leave a legacy where a legacy is not a Gucci bag or a
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton bag.
If you
It's
can,
property.
right.
It's something that has value that's going to last a long time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
So
they learn that.
that is another huge lesson. You guys, we have just this is just an incredible testament of just being faithful.
Absolutely.
And I remember you posting on Sundays, I'm at church, the message that Pastor Ellis may have every Sunday
Every
through
Sunday.
this process. And it always gave me chills. And deep down, I was like, wow.
That was the strange part is that I did not know because I was sharing, but I did not know that people were really rooting for me like that or people were really paying attention to the process like that. And so it felt good when I had my housewarming. And even when I signed and people were responding and, I posted pictures or whatever. And it was just heart touching to see how much people were celebrating me doing something that I said that I was going to do.
You always have your haters, but then you
Oh.
always have your undercover cheerleaders that are in the back cheering you on to success. It's great to see a person win. You had a huge win because number one, you came out of a broken relationship. Number one, you done picked yourself up, dust yourself off, and you done started fresh.
Absolutely.
You done wrote down some goals, and you done went for it, and you stayed diligent and faithful to the end to see it through. So that's huge in itself, not just for women, but for men as well. But it's also a testament to say that just because you have less than perfect credit, you don't have to live with it forever. You need to do something about it. And so you got up and you put a plan in motion to make it happen. And you made it happen in front of your kids. So that was just like stupidly, it just, awesome for me because not too many people would have did it that way. They would have shielded they would have shielded all of that from their kids.
Well, I think
Because we were taught probably as we were coming up, we were talking before the show, that, certain things mom and dad kind of like shielded you from. This is
Right.
private. We
This is
wanna keep
grown
this
people's-
grown folks'
Right.
business. Whereas you shared openly with your kids the process of what they had to go through so they don't have to experience this later.
right. They
So-
have their own accounts. They have their own, and so we have those discussions when it comes to money. What is it that we need and why?
Right.
So they appreciate the dollar a little better. They appreciate when I say no, because sometimes, like I said, when I was growing up, Mama said no. That was the end of the discussion.
Right.
And explaining why. Well, no, I explained to them we're not getting this because we're gonna get that. It hurts sometimes, but
Well, even when Mama told you no back in the day,
it
hurt.
still hurt.
But,
But like I said, right now I can't beat them getting home. Well, no, I take because my son is gone right now. But they're excited about their house. They're excited, and it's theirs as well, and they know it.
that's awesome. That is so awesome. So obviously, home ownership for
bomb.
you, getting your credit straight,
Yes,
having your own space,
my own whole bunch of it.
in a beautiful home that you are just like ever so loving right now, was like
We got a mad crush going on right now.
the biggest thing ever.
Ever.
And then as we both approached the milestone birthday this year, 2 weeks apart,
Hey, 50 Club.
you
Come on.
know, yeah. That's an awesome experience to know
Absolutely.
that, okay, now here I am at 50. I've got some things under my belt that I can be proud of.
And I still did it.
And you did it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos to you. And I am so, so glad that you
Thank
came on the show
you.
today to share this information and to share your wonderful story with us here with the Let's Fix It with Shanada show. So now I'm going to give you guys my little quote for the week and
Give it to him.
just cover touch on a couple things that we need to touch on before we get out of here for the day. So I've taken away some quotes from some people that I just totally admire. Number one, the testament that she gave. Here's one from Maya Angelou. Do the best that you can until you know better. Then you know better to do better. And that's Maya Angelou. But that's definitely what you did, is that when you know better, you do better.
You got to.
And you want to do better for your kids, if nothing else. And then here's another one. If you can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl. Do what you have to do. Just keep it moving forward and never give up. And you never gave up. So I'm just like so excited for your journey. So excited for everything that has transpired. I know God had a hand in it because
all the time.
You were there on Sunday morning praying about it and telling us about it. And I feel like I was a part of the journey too. I do. I feel like I was part of the journey too, because I was like, look at her.
Oh.
Look at her. And just super proud of you for the strides that you made. So, you guys, here's the deal. If you need to contact me because you just loved what you heard today and you find yourself, this is you, guess what? We can help. So give me a call at 734-752-8818.
What's the number again?
734-752-8818. And my Facebook is Shanada M. Harris. And I'm on Instagram at Shanada. And then my email is letsfixitwithshanada@gmail.com. And my website for my service is www.shanadaharris.com. Now, we've been talking about rolling into 2020. I'm not going to go over a lot of things that we went over before, but as we are closing out this decade and starting a new decade, let's not focus on taking this baggage that we didn't carry for the last 10 years into 2020. Dump it. Get rid of it. Leave it here in 2019. Let's move on to something new and something fresh for 2020. Can we make that commitment?
Yes.
I think so. You deserve it. We've got 56 days left in 2019. So you got to figure out where you want to be. Are you where you want to be financially? And if you are looking at less than perfect credit, under 700 credit score, we definitely need to be having conversations. As a matter of fact, if you have less than a perfect credit score, give me a call today, because I want you to hop on a webinar tonight at 9 o'clock and get the information that you need to help you make a decision to get yourself in order and in line for 2020. So if you're planning to buy a house, we're going to get you straight. If you're planning to get a car and need a lower interest rate, we're going to get you ready. We're going to get y'all all together for 2020. I promise you. Now, I had made a couple of announcements that we had some new services coming. And we do. We just launched this past week FES Cellular. So now we're offering cell phone services. And I think I told you before that we are here to offer you solutions to your financial matters. So if you're finding yourself paying more than $50 a month for a phone bill, I have a solution for you. I have a $49 a month line for you with unlimited talk, text, data, no contract, and no credit check. So they're not going to run your credit in order for you to get a phone. If you plan on buying your son or daughter a phone for Christmas, this is an opportunity to do so at a lower rate. And it's powered through Sprint. Okay. Then we also have FES Travel. So we have a travel club discount plan. And then we have My Healthcare plan, which is where you can see the doctor from the comforts of your home, save on vision, dental, and your other health needs. So if this is something that you are looking for in your life, we have you covered. Now, I can't speak highly enough about the Youth Financial Literacy Scholarship Program. Now is the time. If you have a high school senior, which I know Rochelle does, and a college freshman, we have our nonprofit organization, the Youth Financial Literacy Foundation is having a annual essay contest, and the scholarship money is worth $400,000 is what we're giving away. The top prize being $25,000. You guys, $25,000. Wouldn't that be awesome for your
That would
son?
be beautiful.
I'm sure it would be an
Beautiful.
awesome thing. And you know, I would be like Auntie Mama on the stage, like on the sidelines cheering. Go, Michael!
Yes.
All proud and excited if he became a recipient of any amount of the money
And we're
that
claiming
we are
that.
giving away. So yes, we claim that in Jesus' name. that
Amen.
He is able to get one of the scholarships. He just needs to apply
Submit.
and submit his application.
We'll be done.
I am just super excited and just
We'll be
know
done.
that if you are signing up with our services, $2 of your credit restoration services goes back into helping fund the scholarship program as they grow that scholarship program on a yearly basis, because this year was $350,000, so they raised it up to $400,000. So
Thank you.
it's just an awesome program. And there's no GPA requirements, no SAT requirements, no ACT requirements. It's all based upon an essay. So get those applications in, and the website you need to go to is www.yflfoundation.org for that information. And all that scholarship information is right there, readily and available. And it ends December 14th, and we will continuously announce this on a weekly basis. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me so you can get that information, because I want some of my followers to win. Not just one, I want some. I had one last year, a daughter of a follower of mine out of Alabama. She won $7,000. So
I'll
I
take
want
that.
to see some of my people win.
Absolutely.
I really, really do. And then the other program that we have, and I've got to speed up a little bit, is the Youth Financial Literacy Program that we go into the schools to teach the children. It's an 8-week course administered 1 hour a week by the teacher. And we give $500 for every 35 kids that complete the financial literacy course. They get a certificate and a celebration at the end. So teachers, principals, educators, this is an important program to bring financial literacy to your schools free of charge, and you guys earn monies for doing so. So definitely, let's have a conversation. I want to be able to help other kids learn how to become financially
Be responsible.
Exactly. So, due to the fact that we are approaching the holiday season really, really fast, I am looking for people who want to advertise for the holiday season. I'm offering 3 slots for the opportunity of entrepreneurs to be on the show. Next week, I'll be having a young entrepreneur, a kid entrepreneur, as a matter of fact. Her name is Hayes Amir. She is 9 years old, and she created this fruit-infused delicious lemonade.
I saw that.
And when I say it's delicious, y'all, it's delicious. She got pineapple and she got mango. And I'm partial to the pineapple.
All right.
But the mango's delicious too, but I love the pineapple. But what I want to do is make sure that you guys come out and support these kids with their dreams of becoming entrepreneurs and business people, as they are supported by their parents for their dreams. You know, we talk about supporting our babies. Well, let's do this. Let's support these kids, because you never know. You might be supporting the next Bill Gates, the next Warren Buffett, with some of these things that these kids are creating.
Absolutely.
So I'm just excited and can't wait to see what these children have in store. But I know firsthand from Miss Hayes, me tasting that lemonade on Sunday, I just fell in love. I just truly did. And if you want to get her lemonade, it's at the D Loft Cafe on 9 Mile and Coolidge in Oak Park. That's just a tidbit.
Share.
So share that information. Thank you. There's some other delicious stuff in there, but I won't tell you about that. Y'all have to find out on your own.
Oh.
Try the banana pudding.
You're not sharing though. Go
right,
ahead.
right. But I'm not sharing. I'm really not sharing. Try the bread pudding too. Heard it was good too.
Oh.
Anyways, this is an incredible opportunity, though. But I want to be able to come out and share financial literacy with your organization, with your church. So definitely contact me for any type of booking engagements that you want me to come and speak to your groups, because we want to make the metropolitan Detroit area and across the country financial literate. We want to educate people on financial literacy, because that is something
Important.
that we are missing as a society, because there are too many people right now suffering from financial matters. So as we begin to close out our show today, number one, thank you again, Rochelle, for gracing us with your presence and being
thank
a
you.
part of our show today and our platform. And I'm certain that this information, I truly hope that people are really moved by your testimony, because I said that, it's been an inspiration to me, just watching your journey and to see how far you've come and the success that has come behind it, and just the joy that it has brought in your life, in terms of, I have a new home and it's mine.
It's all mine.
It's mine.
Yes. And I thank everybody that helped me along the way, but it's mine.
Awesome. So, with that being said, as we close out the show, let your faith be bigger than your fears. You got to move out the way, folks. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, until God says the same, we're going to see you next week.
Hey, this is DeAndre Ford, and you're listening to Worship Radio International.